All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, whatever it is. You are in for another edition of Talking Country, where we here on the Taste of Country staff really kind of get into some topics that maybe we can't talk about on the radio or talk about on the website, whatever it is. We kind of jump around here a little bit. We've got a lot of stuff to get to here today. But first and foremost, let's meet the team. First up, I am Wood from Taste of Country Mornings with Wood and Nicole. We'll just stay right here. My young, beautiful assistant. I don't know, assistant. That's kind of rude. Who are you? And what do you want to talk about today?
I'm definitely not Wood's assistant. And I'm talking about our celebrities' private life privy to being private. Or your romantic lives privy to being private. That's what I'm talking about today.
There we go. We also have Billy Dukes from tasteofcountry.com.
Today, talking about a really, really painful truth about today's country music.
Ooh, interested in that. And of course, last but certainly not least, we have Evan Paul of Taste of Country Nights with Evan Paul. What do you want to talk about today, buddy?
Eric Church made a bold statement, and we want to know what.
That was a lot of O's and bold, so it's got to be a big statement, buddy. All right.
We want to know your thoughts on this bold statement. It's Folger's bold.
All right, we're going to get to all that plus a lot more, including I like my trivia questions. All right. Now, you're not going to do well on this trivia question, but
he picks trivia questions that are beyond my age.
They're a tad. Are you being told something, Billy Dukes, or is that me?
I'm hearing some news, and actually we're having some fun with this, but this is actually pretty sad. You all know the Ridge Boys, right?
Of course.
Richard Sterban, the Ridge Boys, he's the one who does the papa, the bass voice of the Ridge Boys in the song Elvira, just revealed that he's been dealing with pancreatic cancer since March of this year. And he says he's under the best of care that doctors in the country. And with the help of the good Lord above, I believe I will be able to get through this. We just got that news in. Richard Sterban, he's been in the Ridge Boys for 53 years old, well into the 70s. And of course, William Ridge Boys just lost another member earlier this year. So sad health news for the Ridge Boys.
And those guys are so cool, by the way, man. I love those guys. When they were at the CMAs, they made a video for my wife's grandfather because he loves them. And I played that for him, and you would have thought he went to heaven.
Oh, man. And pancreatic cancer, that's tough, man. That's what gets the wood people, my family tree. Pancreatic stuff because it's hard to catch. So thankfully they've caught this one. Hopefully they caught it early enough. But of course, any sort of updates on that, we'll have it for you up on tasteofcountry.com.
Yeah.
Ready for the trivia question?
I'm ready. Hit me.
All right. Now, I've been trying to trip up Billy Dukes because Billy Dukes is practically a country music encyclopedia. All right. So here it is. And I did some work on this one. All right. During the 1975 CMA Awards.
Okay. Oh, my gosh.
Charlie Rich announces the winner of the Entertainer of the Year. Now, this is a very famous moment because at that moment, he set the card on fire. Who was the winner?
Billy,
of that?
We've done a secret history on this one.
All right, well, think on it. Don't ruin it yet. We'll give you that trivia answer at the end of the show. But let's get it started here. We are talking country with the Taste of Country staff, and I think we need to start off with Billy Dukes here.
So this week I'm talking about a really painful truth about country music, and this is not what is or what isn't country music. That's a topic that people really like to talk about. It's about who is making country music. And don't worry, this isn't a diversity talk, at least not in the way you've heard it before. We're not going to talk about gender or race or heritage. I mean, this is kind of more broad. Still really alarming, though. And I was inspired by Locash's tweets from several weeks ago. If you remember, they were snubbed when it came to the ACM Awards a couple weeks ago. And they pointed out something that was sort of interesting to me that I'll touch on in just a second. There's two types of country music artists who are dying. Groups and duos. And Locash pointed this out. They shared that the last 3 years, the CMA Vocal Duo nominees of the year have all been the same 5 nominees each year. Brooks and Dunn actually won last year, if you can believe it. They haven't released new music in quite some time. The last time a country duo enjoyed their very first #1 hit It was Low Cash back in 2016. So this isn't the last time a country duo hit number one. It's time they hit number one for the very first time. The last time a country group hit number one, it was in 2017 when Lanco did it. That was the last time a country group hit number one.
Wow, yeah, right?
Time. Like, I kind of forgot about them.
Who remembers this song, right? Greatest Love Story?
Been a minute, yeah.
Established bands, of course, and duos have hit number one. Not a lot lately. Old Dominion's done it a couple times. There's just not a pipeline of new duos and new groups in country music. We talk a little bit about Tiger Lily Gold, War and Treaty, Red Clay Strays. At best, they're having the equivalent of regional success. And the problem is, and I think it's a real problem, social media. I think we're so focused on the personality of an artist that you can't get the personalities of 4 or 5 guys across in a TikTok. You think that's not true? I don't think that's true.
No. I think it boils down to, is my microphone too loud?
No, you are too loud. No, you're good.
It boils down to money. It boils down to money in 2 different aspects. The aspects are of the bands, and everybody has to split the money that's already being split 18, 24 different ways. And B, the traveling. You have you book a show for Parma Lee, you have to immediately pay for 5 guys hotel rooms, 5 guys flights. Or you book a show for 1 guy and you get the boom, boom, it's all done, and you don't split the money. Who at Mumford & Sons is getting paid? Like, there's 80 of them. There's 80
That's always been the case, Evan. That's always been the case.
I was about to say that has nothing to do with the popularity of those groups or duos. That's just logistics.
With digital and streaming, countless artists are always talking about they don't make any money anyway from any of their records. So, like, now you split 0 money into 0 money, like, you get negative.
I agree with Billy on, I think you rely so much on social media, but then at the same time, like, I do feel Maddie and Tay, for example. I mean, they've been nominated so many years where they I remember we did an interview with them during CMAs, and they kindly said, like, at this point, we don't even remotely expect to actually win these things at this point of their career. But yet I do feel like they're pretty prominent on social media, but it's like, do they have the hook? Do they have, it's so much more of a, like, entertaining side of things than, like, the true artistry.
The one thing that no one's mentioned yet is it's also hard to get along with someone all the time, be with them all the time. Like we saw it with Florida Georgia Line. I mean, those dudes were making money hand over fist, and still at some point in time it says it's just not worth it. So you got to think about the part, like, we see the end part where, like, people are, like, super successful, but you got to remember there's that big lead up, like, all that time you spent together. Now for, like, family stuff, like where you perform with your brother or sister or whatever it is, that's a little easier. But I think maybe it's just the pain of, if I can do it by myself, why do it with somebody else? You know what I mean? But I think you're onto something, Billy. I do.
Relationship issues somebody's got.
Yeah, true. Let me ask, if Old Dominion forms today, are they Old Dominion or are they the Matt Ramsey Band?
Matt Ramsey Band.
Probably. No. It's just like Zach Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
no, Old Dominion.
Matt Ramsey Band.
No, because those guys are too involved. The other guys, they write, they sing. No.
Yeah, now, but back.
Sorry. But who's grabbing the microphone at the end of the day?
You guys are hating on bands and duos when I think it's the labels. They're just cutting them out, man. It's too expensive.
That could be it too. And then it's also maybe easier to deal with 1 ego versus 5 egos too, like in a personal, again, relationship kind of wavelength of it all. But I don't know. I think you're onto something, Billy. I think it actually has a point. And I do wish we got more of, like, whether it's a band or a group or whatever. I think the more talent you have, the more talented people you have, the better off it sounds. But
like the Jonas Brothers.
Sure. What a way to jump off. Let's switch pages here. Evan Paul, you had something to talk about when it came to Eric Church.
Yeah, so at the recent ACM honors, he made a proclamation that Hardy is, he says, one of the best songwriters in Nashville to ever hold a pen. Or there we go. That's ever held a pen. So that is not only like a current songwriter. Now you're going back in time to like the evolution of country music. And, you know, I always say when the chief speaks, people listen, you know? So me personally, I tend to agree with that. I think Hardy is a great storyteller, and I know country music's rooted in storytelling, but I feel like he has a way of telling a story that progresses over 3 verses, but is still done before 4 minutes. And I think he's doing things in a way that he's testing all the boundaries. Like I thought One Beer with Lauren Elena was testing the boundary when it was talking about like getting pregnant, going to CVS and like drinking beer and stuff. But then like when it started getting into like Wait in the Truck, right. I mean, you look at like he's written like More Than My Hometown from Morgan Wallen. He's wrote One Beer, Give Heaven Some Hell, Truck Bed. He wrote God's Country. He was a co-writer of God's Country.
And you have to say it like that too. I mean, you can try to say it other ways. And
yeah.
Like, the crazy thing is, you know, Evan Paul, I know you have a bunch of people in studio on Taste of Country Nights. And when you talk to them and you've asked them like, you know, who is somebody else you want to work with, you enjoyed working with, I'm telling you, Hardy gets named by everybody. I don't care like what like musical country genre you come from. Everyone wants to work with him. So to me, it's almost like when you talk to like football players and they talk about other football players. Ball knowers know, you know what I'm saying? And musicians know. So the fact that everybody wants to work with Hardy seems like it makes a lot of sense.
Dude, one time I saw Hardy here at the go ahead, Billy.
It'd be nice if we could all agree on something, but this ain't the topic.
Oh, what? You don't agree?
I'm just saying maybe just pump the brakes a little bit, Eric Church. He's not Chris Christopherson yet. Is he a great songwriter? Absolutely. Are all those songs you just listed hits? Yes. Are they all great songs? To each their own, I think to say.
Okay. It
gets a little subjective, doesn't it? Like when it comes to a song like Wait in the Truck, Evan has left the room. Like I don't love that song, but I appreciate that others did. Well, let's just give it a little bit of time. He's not quite Ashley Gorley or some of those artists, even like the late Brett James, who just passed away, I think is probably in that upper echelon. Very good. Let's just hold back on some of the exaggeration talk.
But in that same thread, and I'll get back to you in a second, Evan, I know you got your story, but the fact that he gets people in from other genres of music, does that matter to you at all? Like, I mean, like Snoop wanted to work with him. Obviously he's done successful stuff in the rock world with, Truck Bed and things like that. Or is that just still not enough? You still need more kind of tread on the tires, if you will.
Still good. That doesn't move the needle too much for me.
Okay.
I just don't think you can make a statement like that until after an artist's full. Because if he from this point on, if he just starts writing stinkers, does that comment hold up?
Kind of like Will Smith. Kind of like Will Smith, because Will Smith he would put out awesome movies, and then all of a sudden, just Will Smith just started putting out weird stuff, man. Weird stuff.
What Will Smith movie do you not like?
Wild Wild West was awful, and that was kind of the start of his downfall. He took that over The Matrix. That's enough of my weird stuff. Evan Paul, I know you had an awesome story you wanted to share.
Oh, I was just going to say one time here at the studio, Hardy was making coffee, and I was like, dude, I have this great song concept that I've been thinking about forever. And I was like, when I'm driving in my car, in my rear view mirror, I see my 2 kids in the car seat. And it's something about how like I'm driving, but everything in my rear view is where I want to be and something like that. And he looked up and he didn't even like say good idea. He looked up and he goes, and in the 3rd verse, you can turn it to where you look up and they're gone because your wife left you and took them.
Well, now I'm with you now you have a nice sensitive song, but then the wife has to take them, and I feel like that's too far.
Gosh, that's not where I thought you were headed.
But that's the genius of Hardy. Like that's what we need in America in a time where we are desensitized. We need to be sensitized.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that was fantastic. That was good.
He was quick on his feet.
And I tell you what, cool. Evan, if he comes out with that song, you and I are going right down the street to his office and get you those songwriting credits, sir. Coming in hot. Well, let's change subjects here a little bit, all right? How about, I love college football. As you can tell, I got my Ohio State shirt on. But the SEC, it's getting spicy here, okay? I don't know if you guys have paid any attention this weekend. We got a Texas A&M gal right here. But this weekend, it's Ole Miss taking on LSU. Now, if you don't know anything about college football, Ole Miss's head coach, Lane Kiffin, is kind of, I love to, like, he's a guy you love to hate. You love to hate him. He's very brash. He's arrogant. He's in your face. And I'm here to tell you, he has a daughter that is gorgeous. She is stunningly beautiful. She's very big on social media, but she's college age, right?
Yeah. So I feel weird about how you laid that one out, but continue.
This works out here because this weekend, Ole Miss is hosting LSU.
A little, Addison.
And this is a top 5, like this is a big time matchup, top 15 matchup, but it got leaked this week, at least on social media, that Lane Kiffin's daughter is dating LSU linebacker Whit Weeks.
Wait, did it get leaked or didn't she post about it? She hard launched her own thing.
That's what it was. And everyone's like, what's going on here?
There it is.
And so that's the tweet that came out because somebody was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And if you can see at the very bottom, Lane Kiffin answered that tweet on Twitter. He said, bet the over, pretty much implying we're going to score a lot of points on this linebacker this weekend. And I find this stuff, this is why I love college football. College football is insane.
It's awesome.
With the lunatics, with this kind of stuff. And like, College Game Day is going to have some signs. But on like that's like the football side of things. But on the dad side of things, now I got a daughter. You don't have any kids. Evan, you got a little girl, right? She's not dating age yet, right?
No.
And Billy Dukes, you have all boys, correct?
All 3 boys, yeah.
I'm telling you right here and now, if some punk would post up my daughter that he's dating my daughter on social media.
Once again, she did it.
I'm coming across the field. I mean, I'm not talking about coaching, bro. You got to like hold me back. I'll be coming at you.
It's his daughter who posted it.
I'll be coming at her too.
But here's my thing. Who dates a linebacker? Usually the linebackers don't get any of the girls.
He plays on the team. Who cares?
Nah, dude, you got to see this dude. He's got the long blonde hair sticking out the helmet, and he's really good too. I can see why he got her.
So are they in a long distance relationship? Essentially?
Yeah, because I believe she actually attends Ole Miss. So there's like
that's why it's
something
spicy.
There. Yeah,
that's not gonna last. Yeah, he's one frat party away from being with another blonde girl.
Here's the other question. As a father, if I look over and I'm playing LSU and my daughter is wearing an LSU jersey,
she's not going to. She might do half and half, like a LSU hat, Ole Miss jersey.
And I'm dialing up every play to go after that linebacker too. I'm putting him in space. I'm trapping him, drawing on him, everything. And there you go. Beautiful, Diane. Absolutely. Go Bucks.
I'm just happy my daughter is happy. What is that?
You'd be okay. You'd be okay if your daughter was dating one of your mortal enemies at least that day.
Yeah, especially now they're getting the NIL money. He's probably rich, got a good setup.
Dude,
like,
what
let's
if he's
go.
a solid guy?
I don't have to pay for the wedding. Let's go.
If he's a solid guy, he should be playing on my team. But then again, I'm also an idiot when it comes to relationships. God bless my wife. Man alive. Come on. Now, let's talk. Speaking of relationships.
That's a good transition.
Let's talk about Kelsea Ballerini and Chase Stokes because we talked about it last week, but you said there's more to it.
There's more to it. There's been breaking news. It's kind of like whiplash. We don't know what's coming. Is this my breaking news, or do you have breaking news?
I have breaking news. The Stagecoach announcement is out, guys. Stagecoach. Who's playing Stagecoach this year? It's just announced here. We know the headliners and all the small artists, and there's the article there on Taste of Country. Lainey Wilson, Post Malone, and Cody Johnson are going to headline.
Top 3 right there.
Stagecoach, and then I think if you give me a second here, I can get to the full poster. Yes, here it is. Here.
Yeah, don't
there you go.
The rest of your tabs.
Bailey Zimmerman, who says he's going to keep his pants on this time. Riley Green, journey. Now I see this and I immediately start looking for things like, is Gavin Adcock and Zach Bryan going to be on the same?
Oh, yeah,
I saw Gavin Adcock on there for one night.
Is Riley Green and Ella Langley going to be on the same day? Like those kind of things. I haven't found any drama yet, but we'll keep you posted on that. But you can see that full poster at the Taste of Country website and the app.
That is a fantastic top three. I
That is
mean,
a fantastic
Post
top three.
Malone, Laney, and Cody Johnson, man. Good luck topping that top three. So well done by them. Of course, you can get the full line up there, and you can search for the drama with Billy up on tasteofcountry.com. But getting back to it, Kelsea Ballerini and Chase Stokes drama part 2.
So news that they broke up came out last week. Neither have posted officially that they broke up, but Kelsea Ballerini recently posted a little spicy TikTok noting that she sees the things and pretty much confirmed that they broke up. She said on a TikTok, she said to the spectators, the sources, the hairdress salon moment, what had happened was we live in Nashville. Oh, here's the video. We live in Nashville. Paparazzi don't exist. Well, a paparazzi got her walking out of the hair salon, and she pretty much blanket statemented, said, leave us alone. So one, she confirmed they did indeed break up. But here's I do say this sensitively. I've been through a really rough breakup a time or two. And
Tell me his name.
so it was 7 years ago. We're over it.
Tell me his name.
Sensitive. So it's hard, and it would be so hard going about it in a public eye. But here's the thing: if you are a celebrity and you have been so public about your relationship, and then in the breakup end, you now want it to be private, that's not how it works. If you start very private, Dolly Parton and her husband, beautiful example. They started private. I'm kind of like, do your thing, continue to be private. But kindly, Chase and Kelsea love bombed us of like, I knew everything about their relationship. And now you go to a breakup and go, now you're going to say, actually, no, I'm good. Kindly, that's not how this works.
I'm with Addison, 100%. Like, now there's a line, sure, if people are showing up outside of her barbershop or her hair salon and looking for pictures, sure, that crosses a line.
Yeah.
But you gotta know that people are going to be interested in you. No one in my mind walked this line better than Carly Pierce, because her relationship with Michael Ray was super public, and they broke up, and the breakup was super public. But she gave us little bits here and there. She gave us little nuggets in kind of her own way of talking about it. It all led back to the music, which she had ready to go. But she, in so many words, kind of satiated that appetite for what happened and who was in the wrong. To just say, please respect my privacy during this difficult time. Oh, girl, like if my sister has a breakup with her boyfriend, I want to know what happened. I'm not just going to. And at this point, I feel like she's a friend of ours, having followed her. Now, a friend of ours in the studio, sure, she's good with us as well. She might not ever come back after she hears this. But, like, I'm invested. You can't just block me out like that.
Yeah, and a little bit to help that would be what I said last week, is that you need to date a guy that works at, like, Baskin Robbins or Dunkin' Donuts, because if you eliminate half of the fame, you're going to have less of an issue when you guys break up. And I don't even know, what does Chase Stokes do? What is he, an actor?
He's an actor, Outer Banks. Evan, come on.
So, like, okay, so, like, that's part of the issue.
Robbins worker.
That's part of the issue. Plus, I mean, I could go on for days, but she's just dating dorky dudes. Like, she's dating the wrong guys. Like, Morgan Evans, first of all, dorky dude. Chase Michael, whatever his name is, got the hair cut all dorky looking on.
He's cool. Chase Stokes, by the way.
She needs to date like a football player, like step up and date like a Travis Kelsey or like Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh, you said, Evan, you literally date a Baskin Robbins worker, and now you're telling Kelsea to go date an NFL player.
All right, NFL player on the practice squad. Not famous. Somebody that she needs to date, somebody that's got some money but is not famous.
All right, a couple things. First of all, shout out to Addison for introducing the button there. We've armed the wood with that, and he's been afraid to use it. Addison, good use there. You may be its keeper from here on out. We'll see if Wood mans up and finally gives it some. But Evan, you've literally had conversations with Kelsey about her boyfriend Chase Stokes in detail. She shared the first "I love you" story with you, and then you're like, "What's his name? What's he do? Are you having amnesia? What's going on over there?"
I know that he's like Chasey Poo and Chase Stokes. I know, but I don't know his like acting credits. Like, as far as I'm concerned, if you're not on like the current show I'm watching on Netflix, like you're not a famous actor. And right now that's Ozark. So if you're not the dude from Ozark, you're not famous to me.
I just would like to point out, I think Outer Banks was on Netflix and it was like super popular.
It was like number one.
Yeah,
but that's like a girl show, right? Like the OC or something.
Yeah. But
or like Girls or something.
Okay, we're getting off topic at this point, and I'm now being offended personally.
Let's add frightened of Evan Paul's
That's
watch
like One
party.
Tree Hill.
One last note on it. I kind of disagree with all you guys because at the very end of it, when you go through a breakup, especially when you're a very public figure, if you're like hurt, you don't want to be nice to somebody. You don't want to say nice things and you don't want to say mean things. Like if she came out and she's like, he was X, Y, and Z and all this, you come across looking bitter or jealous or anything like that. To me, it's just better off, hey, I'll talk about it at some point. And I'm sure she will talk about it at some point in time, like with a record or something. Like Taylor Swift does that, right? Like she breaks up with someone, doesn't say nothing about it, and then she just dumps on a dude. To me, like work through it however you want. Like if you want to tell me you're in a relationship, cool. But if you're not, like that's cool too.
That's not the issue. I feel fine about that. But then don't make a social media post saying leave me alone.
Well, but
Just
people
stay
are outside her
quiet.
getting her hair cut, man. Not that I know what
Fair game, man. It's a public place. Public place. Fair game. I'm on Addison's side.
I mean, we all agree paparazzi's the worst, right?
They are the worst. I'm
No,
not
I
saying
think
you should
that's
go take
sweet.
photos of her outside her
I'm
hairdresser.
okay with them. I'm okay with paparazzi.
I like paparazzi. I think they do a good thing.
Oh,
Coming from none of us being followed by the paparazzi.
Listen, like our paychecks are kind of directly tied to paparazzi at certain times, so I ain't gonna bite the hand that feeds me.
I'll bite them, but I'm hungry. But all right, Evan Paul, Taste of Country Nights. You always have the good guests, and we've heard about you having in Kelsea Ballerini and everyone else. Who do we have in Friday night with you? And what do you got going on when it comes to the podcast world and everything else you got going on?
Yeah, so this Friday night we're hanging out with Thomas Rhett. He's going to be on Taste of Country Nights on all the radio stations across America, and then our podcast episode gets released tomorrow with our full interview with Thomas Rhett, which I believe Billy Dukes has a quick clip of. Can you rattle off all your kids' birthdays? Go.
God, no, okay. November 1st, Willa Gray. August 12th, Ada James. February 10th, Lennon. November 15th, Lily.
I don't know if you're right.
Don't ask me the years, though. That's where I'll mess it up.
Okay, that's fair.
Dude, that's impressive.
That was. I was impressed.
I don't know my kid's birthday. I don't. I know one of them was born in December, one was in January, and they
too.
Yeah, I know, but they know it. So I just asked them. Like, I mean, they got to start doing some work around here too. I can't be, responsible for everyone. Speaking of my children, my daughter does football picks with me, and for the first time this season, I beat the crap out of my kid, man, and I was stoked to do it. And
get her.
We did it again this week, and I believe you had that one for us too, Billy. Week number 5 with my daughter picking games solely based on mascots. Game number 1, Ole Miss taking on LSU. I think Ole Miss gets it done.
I think the Danger Sharks.
Danger Sharks? Game number 2 is a big one in the Big Ten. Penn State taking on Oregon. I think Oregon gets the dub.
I think Donald Ducks wins.
Quack, 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 quack. And our last one's the big one in the SEC. No, I'm not talking about Georgia, Alabama. We're picking South Carolina, Kentucky. I think South Carolina bounces back.
I think the Blue Chipmunks.
Is Kentucky?
Blue Chipmunks.
So apologies to the Kentucky Blue Chipmunks. They're actually the Wildcats. But either way, good luck to everyone out there if you're watching college football with a little something on the game. Before we get to our final thing, which is the trivia answer of that trivia question, we have Billy Duke's Bonafides for the week.
Number 1 song this week for a second week in a row, Russell Dickerson, our boy, and Happened to Me. Song sales is a song called How Dare They by Diesel. Who knows? Who's heard that song or knows that song?
I have not. I feel bad now.
I gotta admit, I feel really kind of shook by this one myself. I'm curious to know where it's from. We probably shouldn't admit that being a country. Number one thing to look forward to is tour announcement week begins really this week, but next week we're going to get a lot of them. I know Scotty McCreary's announcing some dates. We just got Eric Church and Riley Green. This is the time of year where you get all sorts of big tour announcements for early 2026. So set some money aside. Don't go wild over the weekend and go support your favorite country artist. While tickets are still cheap, because the guy at Live Nation says that tickets should be much, much more expensive. And I'm not sure I disagree with them.
Oh my God. Stop.
Listen.
That's coming from someone who we go to concerts for free for work.
Supply and demand. It's supply and demand, right? You shouldn't. This isn't New York rent. You can't have a ceiling on it. If shows are selling out, that means concert tickets are too cheap. But I digress.
What's it? I forget the guy's name. He's like the CEO of Live Nation. Huge moron. And yeah, he's like, when you look at the ticket price to a Laker game is $72. Okay, like most people aren't going to sporting events either. Like those numbers are starting to go down as people want to stay home, save money, and they don't want to spend $15 on a beer, which is the same thing at the concert. To me, man, you're thinking of just the concert ticket, but you got to throw in the beer, the merch that you're going to do. Don't forget the babysitter that charges you like $25 an hour to sit in your house and drink your beer.
You can go without merch.
Get them.
That's not Live Nation's fight. Like,
no, but it's all part of it. And so for you to tell me, and by the way, Evan, ask artists when they come in here. We can both ask artists when we have interviews. How much money are you getting from the ticket sales? It's not much. So
18%.
That money's not going to the artist. So like you think, I'm going to go out and support my favorite artist. You are for a little bit of it. That merch money goes much more to them. So that's why I'm like,
because concert tickets are too low. They should be higher. Listen, I hear you. It's not a popular opinion, but laws of supply and demand, basic commerce here say that concert tickets might be a little bit too soft.
But don't forget, a lot of these tickets get bought up right as they're released by these little ticket farms or whatever, the bots and everything, and then they turn around and sell them on StubHub and all this stuff for 3 times the price. So maybe that's where some of that demand is coming from, because they snatch up all those tickets right away. I know that like Kid Rock was working with Donald Trump on getting something going on that. I don't know about y'all, but I haven't seen it. But it'd be nice to get that kind of going down the other way. And I always hate it when it's always like these rich CEOs that tell me that things aren't expensive. Bro, yes, they are, man. I'm making my kids use like their second side of their paper at school and stuff, but I'm cheap. All right. Last thing. I asked the trivia. I got worked up there. I apologize. Here's the trivia question I asked. During the 1975 CMA Awards, Charlie Rich announced the winner of the Entertainer of the Year. And when he did that, he then set the card on fire, I assume because he didn't agree with it.
Yeah, he was a little sassy man.
Who was the winner? We'll go to you first, Evan Paul.
I'm going to say Hank Williams Jr.
Okay, good guess. Addison?
John Denver.
John Denver. Billy Dukes?
Country roads, take me home.
Oh, they knew the answer.
Here's the thing. John Denver wasn't on site. He was actually piped in via satellite, so he wasn't able to see Charlie Rich's reaction. Later, Charlie Rich would say he was on a number of drugs and maybe he was drunk, and that's why he did it. He was just trying to make a joke. He wasn't really upset about John Denver. He ended up kind of losing his career after that moment.
Really?
I just would like to point out, we've done a video on this, like I said earlier, but I love that Billy not only answers your trivia question correctly, he then gives you an explanation of like color to the trivia.
Well, it was cool. Like, because, you see today, like all these award shows, it's nothing but these guys getting up there and, like I'm talking like the movie ones where they just get up there and sniff each other's parts and stuff. Like, what was it years ago at the VMAs? Didn't somebody from Rage Against the Machine, remember they climbed? It was like their drummer or something like climbed the stage because they lost and wouldn't come down, and they had to get like cops out there.
Kanye, Taylor Swift moment.
There's another one. So honestly, I don't think lighting the card on fire was that bad. But I guess
back then it was when you couldn't show a guy from his waist down on TV shaking.
Bring back the drama to award shows.
Can I be in charge of the trivia question next week? Because I feel like I can stump Billy Dukes.
Okay, game on.
All right. Mark
Next
this
Thursday,
down.
We're going to do it again. We're going to see if Evan Paul can stump Billy Dukes because I am 0 for so far. I'm great at stumping this one, but you got this one right today.
Zero surprise.
Knox.
He goes back in 1960.
The winner.
75.
All right, Billy, if I do stump you on the trivia question, you this year at your house have to give away full-size candy bars for Halloween.
No. No, I don't agree to those terms at all. I don't know why I'm being targeted. I never really boasted to being the best of country music trivia. It's just Wood all of a sudden wanted to stump me, and I was, yeah, that's a terrible deal.
It's lonely up top, brother. Lonely up top.
Did I ever tell you guys how I showed up at Evan's house last Halloween?
Did you?
You did. I wasn't there. He did show up at the house. I got him on camera taking all the candy in the bowl.
So wait a second,
story.
Evan
Long
Paul,
story.
you are one of these people who leave a bowl of candy out at your house?
Well, here's the thing. When you have a toddler and a 2-year-old, you got to go trick-or-treating. I don't want to miss trick-or-treating with my kid.
No, you take turns. You got to take turns.
I want to go. We like each other. We all want to go. So it's like we put it on like a away message, put the bowl out. But we're there in the beginning, yeah.
All right. Evan's getting egged again
Understood.
this year. Billy, let me know when you're going to Evan's house. I'll bring the eggs. We'll show him how it gets it done. Well, thank you so very much for playing along with us. Make sure you're joining us every Thursday. We do it live. You can be a part of the show. You can put in your comments. Thank you so very much to all the people that commented in. We got Lee, Jack, Bob, Whiskey, a couple other ones in there as well. Thank you so very much. Talking Country, Evan Paul, Billy Dukes, Addison Hager said it right this time.
Yes, you sure did.
And I am Wood. Thank y'all for hanging out with us.